Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. I feel like doing your makeup in 10 minutes seems like a really daunting task. There are some really good tips and tricks out there to help you save a little bit of time, but there's also some really good, affordable drugstore, high street makeup products that are absolutely fantastic, and I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favorites. Before we dive in, I just wanted to let you know that I do post videos like this on a weekly basis. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, then please do consider subscribing to the channel because I would love to have you here. So let's do some 10-minute makeup. Okay, so I'm just going to start by pinning back his hair. I have moisturised already. I would encourage you to use an SPF every day, especially when your skin is aging like mine. You can get SPFs that are actually primers as well. Elf do a really good one, which is called Sun Touchable Whoa Glow. I'm out of that at the moment, so I'm actually using, this doesn't actually count as a drugstore because you can't buy it in the drugstore, but it's Beauty Pie, but it's really affordable. So it's an SPF 50, but it's also a primer. It just looks like this, and do you know what? It makes my skin really lovely, luminous and glowy, and really does help to make my makeup last. It doesn't feel like a sunscreen at all, and it smells glorious. So I'm going to start today with my brows, which is where I always start, and that's because I have no brows. If you have beautiful, lovely, bushy brows, you can kind of skip this bit, or maybe just take a second just to fill in the sparse bits, but it's kind of the part that I would spend the most time on a daily basis, but we're going to try and make it a bit faster today. So I use two products from the drugstore. The first one is the NYX Brow Tint Pen, and this is a complete dupe for the Glossier Brow Flick. The only thing that I don't like about it is it tends to leak a little bit around the tip. I don't know if that's just every single one that I've bought or whether it's an actual issue. If you use that, let me know if yours does that. And I absolutely love the Maybelline Express Brow, and this is in black brown. What I do is I just line up the side of my nose and just do a little mark there and a little mark there, because that tells me how far I'm going to come out with hair strokes. So I'm just going to take the brow pen and I'm just going to create, do not press hard, just really lightly. So really fine hair strokes. Be very realistic, mimicking hair strokes. So you just fill in as much as you see fit. Then I'll just go in with the brow pencil again. I'm then going to take the Elf Brow Lift, which is just a clear brow gel. I love this stuff. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills, what that's called. Is it called Brow Freeze or wax, or I don't actually know the name, but that always leaves a white cast on my brows. I much prefer this one. So obviously if you've got brows to begin with, you can just go in with a gel like this. I can definitely recommend. Actually keeps my tree brow hairs in place all day. I think I forgot to say at the beginning that obviously I'm not going to be doing this in real time 10 minutes because I do want to talk you through the products. So I think that we all have a different order in which we like to do our makeup. Sometimes I think mine is a little bit strange, especially when I speak to my friends and they're like, I don't do it like that. Usually I would do my eyes first, but I'm not doing a dramatic eye look today. It's going to be something really quick and one and done. So I'm going to do my base first. I like to have a really glowy base. So what I'll do, not every day, but some days, I will first of all go in with the Elf Halo Glow liquid filter, and I'll just put this on the perimeters of my face, just because I really like the finish that it gives. I think it just leaves my skin looking really healthy underneath my base product. So for foundation today, I'm using the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation. This is in the colour 3N, so I'm just going to pump it onto the back of my hand. It's quite a runny formula, which kind of gives you an idea of how blendable it will be. So I'm just going to dot that onto my face. And this like has a technology in there where it adapts to your skin colour. I mean, I don't know how that works, but it's pretty good. Now you can go in with a skin tint here or whatever you want to use. This is apparently a dupe for the Armani Luminous Silk. I prefer this. That literally took me no time at all, and one pump covered my whole face, still got a little bit left there. Okay, next up I'm going to be using my Old Faithful. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Multi-Use Concealer. You can use this all over your face. You can actually use it as a foundation if that's something that you want to do. The reason that I've chosen this is because when you're in a rush, you don't want to be choosing products that, you know, take ages to blend out or that you have to be really careful with. This product you can use so liberally and it's always going to be very, very forgiving. You basically just twist the product into the applicator. The applicator is the only thing that I'm not keen on. I mean, I really don't know how hygienic this applicator actually is, but hey ho. So I never usually swipe concealer under my eyes. As you get older, you kind of just need to be careful about what's going underneath your eyes because it can start to, you know, sit into those fine lines, but this just allows you to go crazy on as much as you see fit, and I feel like it really does help with the dark circles. So we're going to use that under the eye. Also going to use it as a base for the eye product. So I'm going to use some nice loud tractor going past there. I live in the country, so there's a lot of those around here. Just blend that out on the lids. I'm just going to bring a little bit of concealer around my nose because I feel like that is a problematic area for me, and just quickly blend that out. Okay, now I'm going to take a little brush and I'm going to set my eyes ready for the product, and I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. We tap it off and we're just going to set the eye. I will set other parts of my base later on. Now I'm going to move on to my eyes, and I'm going to be using a one and done eyeshadow. Just a quick pause. I've realised when editing that I didn't actually mention the name of the product. So this is the Revlon Colorstay Cream Eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Caramel. I think when you are in a rush, something like this is absolutely fantastic. Now we are going to be using a powder bronzer today. You can absolutely go in with bronzer on your face and then just wash it over your eyelid. That's a really good idea. For me, I sometimes like a little bit of sparkle and a little bit of shimmer, even on the days where I'm rushing. So this is in the colour Caramel, and these one pot shadows are amazing. So I'm just going to dip into it. You might be better doing this with a finger. Probably applies better. It's just really difficult when you have nails. But I would say even if you applied it with a finger, try to blend the edges out with a brush. I have Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadows, one pot shadows, the eyes to mesmerise, and I can tell you that these Revlon ones are just as good and literally a fraction of the price. Everyone could do with one of these in their makeup drawer. I just think they're fantastic, and they're just so good for when you're on the go. Now you can throw on a little bit of liner here if you want to, totally up to you, and whatever you feel more comfortable with. Okay, I'm now very quickly going to curl my lashes. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to mascara, and this is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Sky High Mascara. I just find it really, really easy when you're on the go and you're kind of in a rush because it just does the job really, really quickly. So that is one quick coat. And it's a really nice natural looking mascara, and I like it because I'm not going to be doing two coats. I'm just going to do one coat of mascara and be on my way because I don't have time for two. But if you have any drugstore recommendations for really good affordable mascaras, then please do let me know if there's any that you know and love. Will pop some mascara onto my bottom lashes, but I'm going to do that a little bit later on. You can throw on a little bit of contour now if you have time, so let's presume that we do have time. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand in the shade like medium, so I'm just going to pop some around here. I will be using bronzer, so I'm not going to go mad, but the reason that I chose this one is because it blends out so quickly and easily, and you know, you're not going to find yourself in trouble with muddy contour, because it's really nice, it's really light, it's actually a really good beginner contour. Still going in, I feel like I've used a lot of Rimmel products today. Rimmel London Natural Bronzer, and this is in the shade Sunbronze. I'm just going to tap in with a big fluffy brush. That's quite a strong scent, this actually. I'm just going to... just very carefully. Really lovely, really flattering, and really good on the eyes if you want to double up. You might notice that I don't contour this area here, my temples. I don't contour and I don't bronze there, and the simple reason being is that as you get older you lose volume from your face, and one of the places that you know you will lose volume is your temples. I definitely have. So if I apply a dark product to here, then it's obviously going to push that area in, and I know like every time I see people doing their bronzer or contour online, they always bring it up here. I have stopped doing that now because I don't want to push this area in any further than what it is, so just that's why. And next I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Monochromatic Multi-stick. This can be used anywhere on the face. Look, anything can be used anywhere on the face. Because something says it's a bronzer doesn't mean you just use it as a bronzer. This is what it looks like, and this is in the shade Sparkling Rose, and I'm just going to tap into it very lightly. You can always add more, but you can't take it away. I'm just going to pop that on the top of my cheeks. The colour looks scary when you first see it, but it's actually really subtle. I think it's really pretty. I think it's a lovely blush. And I'm just going to pop this to one side because I'm going to be using it again. I'm going to grab, this is the e.l.f. lip liner in the colour Mauve, be able to see that, but it's basically a triangle, and you just line your lips. I have quite asymmetrical lips, so I like to use liner. And the good thing about this, you can like fill in your lips with this. And then I'm going to just tap my finger onto the e.l.f. Blush Multi-stick, and then I'm just gonna use it on my lips as a lipstick. Really like that lip combo. So now just some finishing touches. I'm going to go in with my favourite eyeliner, which is the Rimmel Scandalise waterproof mascara. It's the only waterproof thing I will ever use because I really hate waterproof makeup. I'm just going to line my upper lash line. Let's take these clips out. It's getting on my nerves. Back to the powder. I'm just going to powder under my eyes and anywhere else that I think I need it. My forehead's a bit shiny, but I don't mind having a shiny forehead. I don't know, is that weird? A lot of the time I don't put mascara on my bottom lashes, but I am going to today because I have the time. The very last thing I would do before I go out is setting spray. People either love or hate setting spray, rate it or don't rate it. I definitely rate it for two reasons. Number one, I feel like it really does make my makeup last. And then secondly, sometimes I think that if your makeup's looking a little bit heavy, maybe a little bit powdery, popping some setting spray on can definitely help to soften that up. Make sure your mascara is dry before you do this bit. This is called the Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist by e.l.f. Fabulous and smells divine. So there we have it, my 10-minute makeup routine. Super easy and super affordable products. Make use of your products, you know, use them in multiple areas if you can. That's definitely going to save you time, energy and money. If you have any tips and tricks or products to recommend to help with whittling down a makeup routine and making it a little bit more speedy and efficient, then please do let me know in the comments, because I'm always open to tips and it would be great if we could share them around. If you've got any products to recommend, especially from the drugstore, please do mention them below. So here we are at the end of another video. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you being here. If you haven't subscribed already, then please do consider doing so, because I would love to have you here. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next video. But until then, take care and bye for now.